How'd you forget? Oh. Everything is everywhere. It's over there. Oh, it's taking so long to load. It's like watching TV shows until like 5:55, and I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta set this up. So SFM is taking a little bit. Hello. Still working on this thing here, but I swear I opened it. Yeah, it's working on it. I did finally render a preview, so I'm trying to get that open too, because there was a couple things I needed to change. This one. These are sure pretty good. So the sure that this is smooth. I wanted to make sure it was looping, so I went and copied them over each other. There we go. Alright. So I think it's looking pretty good here. The only things I wanted to change were the lighting here for the explosion works at this angle, but when it starts to cross into the face there, it kind of like gets blinky, so I'm probably just going to shut that off so the act's kind of like at this point. Though I do like that light there. If it's not going to behave, it's not going to behave. And for one, the magic actually is animated. I forgot to disable that. The magic light here hits the light beams coming through, so I gotta move that. This was chimed a little bit off, so I gotta time it a little forward so it actually shows impacting the ground. The shotgun effect is hitting the ground. It should be up higher. The lighting itself actually turned out pretty good. Oh, I want to move this one light bit here because it's actually crossing right in front of her face. So I'd probably need to move that to the right a little bit. And probably I want to put more like stuff impacting the ground, I feel. Because I think the ground being destroyed actually has a cool look to it. So, but then there was something else I needed to change. Yeah, the big part, this part coming up, I was going to get rid of. Because, from this angle to this angle, you can see that this background bit doesn't really rotate correctly with it. It just doesn't have the right feel to it. I really like how this lighting works here. It's just, I don't like how it flickers across her there. And it doesn't feel right, so I got to get rid of that. Then I got to freeze the magic particles, because it is really weird when it's like, whatever. But this is the break point between the two, right here, and so you can see there's the only real change is there's a slight increase in the fog lighting back here, if you look, and a little bit right there too. Oh yeah, because the distortion effect here is acting a bit differently. From one way around to another, so I need to change that a little bit. I really don't like how that person looks in the window now that I think about it. I think they have their head up a little more, but that's really easy to fix because normally it's just I have to render this through 2 full times and then kind of just blend how they go together. It works fine, you don't even notice it. So yeah, I really don't like how that... I think the effect, if you say right here, looks okay, but it feels so mirrored, too. So, yeah, I need to get rid of that. So, that's, those are my goals. I don't need the lighting on for this. Okay, so, Yeah. I have a LED disabled already, don't I? Yeah. Particles. Okay, so this was explosion 1. Yeah. Okay, so that's gonna be. Well, what is that that's flying away? Passing? Oh, yeah, I did. Okay, so that's what I'm looking to get rid of. What would that be called? No, not. Well, it could be a tracer, but not smoke. Being that I only see the one effect coming off, I'm not sure if it's... Oh, it's probably debris. No, debris actually should be okay. Oops. There. So don't think it's debris. Yeah, that actually looks okay. Spikes? I don't see anything. Well, when in doubt, turn it off and see what happens. Okay, it's not that one. Sparks maybe? Oh, those look okay. There's multiple pieces. The reason that this I don't like is that it's just one big texture. All the rest, the little pieces poking out, those are the ones on here, the lit ones, that's okay. Shockwave, no. What's this one? It's not that one. I'll try. I just don't think it's dirt tracer, but debris B. What the hell is that shooting up? It's not what I'm looking for, so it's fine. Yes, I thought this is the smoke. What? Oh, maybe I can narrow it down. No, well, maybe I can. Actually, it's kind of a flash. It's almost instant. Dirt flash. Okay, that's just the flash itself. That's okay. Well, actually, I might need to get rid of that. No Z flash. It's not doing anything. Whoops. I'll start a video sometime. I'm still kind of I'm starting to, I think, die down from Fallout 4, so hopefully I can start start really putting effort into stuff soon. Though, so I want to make some like tutorials and stuff before I get into any videos. Okay, I'm just going to utilize this to try to figure out what's causing that. Okay, so we're gonna take. Okay, it's not shockwave. Let's do this by 2 seconds. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. 2 and 2. Okay, I kind of missed that. Need to see if I can find the... Okay, it's still there. So it wasn't any of those. Oh, none of it's saved. That would do it too. Forgot you gotta click away. I'm sure by changing the delay, I'm in essence timing it differently. Yeah, so you can see that come up. So I can figure out if I don't see an effect, then that means I found the group. And every time I change it, it should instantly do it. Nope. 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 Getting there. The whole explosion's delayed by 2 seconds at this point. There. Flame B. Okay, I found you! I'll put these back to 0 now. These are like insta change, so I can't like undo. And there. I missed one. But no. That was this one. Okay, so Flame B. So Flame B. Okay, that's this one. The Dirt Flash is I think the one that I want to keep that. Well, let me put it to 2 so I can at least see what it does. Okay, so I want to keep the Dirt Flash. I just want to turn off this. Okay. That should get rid of that. Yeah, it's gone. Okay, good. Actually, I think the Flash is what I want to get rid of, too. Dirt Flash. Is that what's causing the lighting when I look at this explosion? No, that's not. Oh, this is gonna be a fun one to try to figure out. Because it goes away when I... Oh, there. I guess I can just look at it like this. Because it has this glow, and I need to get rid of that glow. So I think Dirt Flash is okay. So we'll keep that on. Just figuring out what's causing that. Oh, it's probably the glow. Well, it's not doing it. No, screw it. I'm turning it off anyway. Yay, more people for BrodyCon. What else could cause that glow? Flash? Oh, I love particles. Thing is, it's going in front of her, so I'm wondering if this is like a no Z thing. Ah. I'll worry about that later. Index! I just realized you're here. Hello. Oh. Okay, so we got... I wanted to do that. Okay, I need to move that sunray beam that's coming down here. Okay, because you can see here that's what I mean. It's clipping her face just at the very front here and right at her horn. So I got to get rid of that. It's just on the edge of her there. I don't care if it hits the edge of her horn. Well, kind of, actually. It might cause some lighting issues here. I actually shut off the, did I save this? I shut off the light on the gun because it was causing some mayhem with the light rays. Okay, yeah, that's not gonna... I wasn't looking for names! Sorry. Alright, so I think this now prevents the horn from having the... Oh, just at the edge, but I can fix that. Oh, this isn't a Uber light, is it? Well, we'll make one. There. Okay, so that looks good. Does the light beams interact with anything else poorly? I think it's through Pip's head. A little bit. Ah. Okay, if I increase the size a bit more, but if I increase it too much more, it's going to destroy the purpose for having it. I wonder if I can duplicate this and play around with having two of them. Put it here. Okay, that goes between them. Put this one here. That's still too... That one's way too strong. I could rotate it. I hate just to make it opposite, but okay, then that doesn't go through Pip's head at all. No, but I do need to lower it. Let's see how that turns out. They turn to boxes when I get too close. I'd have to drop them down more. Too strong now. These light rays are always so picky. I like how it was, but it just there was no way for me to do it effectively. If I shut out the lights, I don't think it I think it undoes me shutting out the lights. No, it does it good. I'll put this back to just the one light ray and see if I can just make it work with the one. Bring this lower. No, I could have to bring it higher, but then I'm breaking it. I'm just gonna play with this. We'll bring it down a long ways. I don't mind it crossing through pip to some degree. The one reason I wanted to use this is if you use it just right, you can kind of make it look like the lighting is being blocked by their bodies. So it's creating kind of artificial shadowing. But if I put it too high to create the block I want, I run the fear of having the box portions of that lighting visible. Okay, so if I move this back to where it was, do I really notice a difference? Not really. I don't even know if there was. Actually, most of the good volumetrics on that were actually created naturally. Which I'm very surprised about, because normally volumetrics don't really show strongly, but you can really see it coming through right here. Oops. Along the head there. Yeah, okay. So I probably don't need that too strong anyway, so I might just leave it with how it works. Not right there, because I'm running into Pip's head, but means I can pull this away a little bit and not feel worried that I'm destroying it. Like that. So. It's not even a half hour in. Alright, so that was one of the concerns, was getting that fixed. I'm not worried about the magic locking yet. Oh, timing these bullets to be a little bit further forward in time. Alright, if I have this frozen, but does it freeze based on when it was started or where I told it to freeze. Because it was told where I told it to freeze. Wrong. Bullet Tracer 2, I believe. I wonder if I just changed this to like 8.05. Just something to push it just a teeny bit forward in time. That's even too much. Actually, I'm delaying that. I need this to go forward in time, not later. And that's the white that should be hitting. Ah, it unfroze it, that's why. Okay. That's actually good to know. So I need to make this go start a little earlier so that it travels a little further. So I'm going to say this is 9.5 and see if that works. Actually, it doesn't matter. I can just freeze it wherever I want, but I started it. I'm just going to do it. Right there. Fruits! Okay. Now it's actually impacting when it should. Okay, so that would fix that bullet issue for there. What was the other issues? I had some issues with how this building was being lit, but I really actually don't care now that I think, well, why is the one building on the left way better than the one on the right? In terms of like this light rays that are coming through. The park letters are still open. Let's check this. This is like doing pre-unders because you never know what you did wrong. I was actually just happy that the particle freezing worked out well. Alright, so I see it going through the wall there. Aha! From what I can tell, this one is much more turned than this one. That maybe. Oh, no, that's a little better. Because this one's coming through, and at least it hits the building in ways that make it look legitimate. This doesn't. I think a lot of what it is... Yeah, this one's more towards the center of the street. Let me move it so that the camera is looking down the middle. So let's see about there. Oh yeah, that one's way off to the side, that's why. This one more towards the middle. turn it more up and out. That should work. It's a little better. It just didn't feel right before. Yeah, it's going to be a turntable of sorts. That's what the preview I keep going back to here is. So 11 it goes to the end of where. Okay, so I fixed that. I fixed. Oh, the other thing I did that happened is this explosion with this rocket that's coming off. Love the effect. It's great. It actually feels in 3 dimensions, and like the exhaust bit flying out from back there. That's pretty cool. Except for right here, you can suddenly see it. The explosion, you can't see it, but there are sprites. The sprite for one suddenly went with the same angle as this, because like at this angle it's crossing over to where it's going through that smoke, so it stays in front of, but as soon as it hits like this point, I think they become parallel, and they therefore then become the one gets in front of the other, so suddenly it gets dark. Previewing particles, especially this one's a dick. Oh, I know. I was find the camera angle I need, which is right about here. Yeah, we'll just say it's right here. I don't think I need lights on for this. Okay, so yeah, as soon as it goes and becomes parallel, so what I need to do is figure out. I went too fast. Hello. Because that breaks it. So I need to make sure that. Okay, I'm not gonna do fast. Because I like the idea of having the smoke go into the building, but I kind of like the idea of having it outside, like it is right now, to where it feels like it got blown away from the explosion. So at this point, right here, so this is going into the building at this point, but it goes in front of. I'm thinking if I take that particle and I move it further to the left on impact, it might fix that. So rocket fire, rocket trail. This is a movement over time, isn't it? Yes, it is. Damn. It would have been easier if it was an AB. So I move it here. I might be able to get away with fixing that error. Oh. Gotta go slow through its spawn so that it spawns as many of the extra particles as possible. Then I can go fast. Ah, still does it. I love particles, but goddamn, they're annoying. And And I can't really change its starting position. I only can change its ending position. If I put... Well, maybe it'd be easier just to push it so that it's always right at the front. It still does it. This is based... Well, unless... Let's put the particle back where it was. Where's the explosion? Right there. I wonder if I move the explosion... From all these angles it looks fine. Ah, I just want to get far enough away. It's like a Z thing? I've been working on this for way too long, but it's turning out nice, so I'm not complaining. Okay. Troubleshooting. Guess that didn't change anything. How do we get that smoke? Let's try moving it just a lot and see if it makes a difference. Well, they did make a difference. Oh, no, not at this angle. God damn it. Stop being stupid particles. It has to fully complete. Well, I can't make it no Z because then it would be going and showing through the characters and I need it to be behind them. Because if there was no Z, it would easily be easy to remedy. But I want it to be fully behind at all times. If I just move the explosion forward, who cares if it's going into the wall? Still doesn't do it. Sometimes this could be a cause. Let's try to get change the control point. Nope. I hate your particles. Why can't you be consistent? Okay, so it's the same thing at this angle. It disappears. Less from underneath or above. I've always hated particles. Well, no, I mean, I love using particles. I just hate dealing with them. If I could find other ways around, that's why, like, even some of these like explosion stuff, I'm just using 3D models that I can position the models for it myself. I've done that a lot for some of the explosions. Oops. Just this one's getting really annoying. Well, I'm not bothered with that. That and the one other thing I do want to make sure I get changed, but I'm not gonna troubleshoot on here. That's why I try not to do cinematic stuff on here, because it's sometimes impossible to get it figured out within a good period of time. I think I know something I want to do with that bridge. Is that bus hanging down in this one too? Yeah, but you can't even see it. Probably should add a light to make it so you can actually see what's going on with that. Actually, this might be able to do that. Okay, there's no actual light shining here, so this is going to be really hard to see. Yeah, the other side I have to light myself. But from that angle, it looks horrible. It could work, but it's a little bright, so let's try 2 to 1.3. Just dumb it down a bit. It would work if it wasn't so... Well, if I can just swing it around like this. It's too strong on the bottom. I need less on the bottom, more on the top. Could work, but I think it has to be a render thing. Nope, it's not. Damn. I thought the volumetrics were causing it to be 20 animation of her falling. No, yeah, from the bridge there would be. No, for one, that's the ambience. Any all the action stuff should not really go any further than probably about what that guy is. Any detailed action, including people, should stick within this area. Anything past that, and it's going to be lost. The explosion back here is big enough that it makes it stand out, But anything past that, everything should be probably within about half a block. Although, yeah, if you put somebody falling from that window, like say this guy. I mean, that's what he's going to look like. He's going to look like a rock coming off the building. It's not going to matter. It's way too small. But I want... Their light should be coming down through that area. So that's what I'm trying to get figured out right now, is having some light beams kind of shine down off that part. I think it could help that bridge a bit. Ooh. But I think the problem is I want to use the side of this that doesn't have pre-lit, which is this side. This side uses it utilizes more of its own lighting, while the other side utilizes light that hits it. As far as like it's kind of, it seems to work that way anyway. But I don't want to have these like box-shaped light beams coming down. That tends to be why I use the edges of these things. Because then at least it looks like a light beam that's being cut off. Kind of like up there. How does that look? That could work. This is going to be light rays monorail. And then I also need to get a light over there. Use the ambient light. Color is this good? Because I want to separate this train car so that it feels like it's not just a part of the bridge. But I think I might have to do the part lower here. Oh, the part's right there. That's what I want to hit. I didn't remap those. Oh. That's why. God, this is an Uber lit. Okay, two side of an angle. Maybe like this. There we go. I think that should do it. Minor, but I like it. It's just because now it actually has some detail as to what that thing is. I could probably add a little bit more across the edges here to help pull that off. Let's call this monorail train light. Why not? I'm gonna put that with building lights. Because if something suddenly seems like it's lit differently or doesn't fit with the lighting of the map, you're going to start running into it pulling attention away. Damn it. And I don't want that. So the other one was lighting this right here. Because this part's lit right here. So I feel like that should be lit there. So for it's causing that separation right here. That's just a shadowing from something nearby. That might be able to balance it out a little bit. I do want that to go higher, but if I go any higher, well, I'll just make it wider. A little bit more. Because it's just this little bit right here. Maybe if I take the... Oh, I was just going to have this as a flash. If you want, though, because I think for an animated wallpaper, it needs to be as a video file, right? And then I think I don't know. I used when it came to video wallpapers, I always used to do support. I always used to use VLC, but is that what people tend to use for that? Because if there's something else, I might want to look into what it is that's being used so that I can try to make sure it works, whatever's the best format for it. Yeah, you can, like, VLC allows you to take, I can't show you in here because I don't remember how, but there's a way to go through the settings and enable it to play a video as your wallpaper, and if you have a repeated video, you could basically have an animated wallpaper. Like, my phone right now, I don't know if I have, finding it might be tough, I have an animated wallpaper on my phone. I have a GIF of a chrysalis that's has her horn glowing, and it's really, really cool, and that's my wallpaper on my phone. So I know you can do it, obviously, on anything else if you can do it on a phone. AVI or MOV, because a lot of times I used to just put it on YouTube and let people rip it, but if you rip it from there, I don't think you can rip AVI, especially since I would be uploading it there as MP4. I'll have to see what I can do. I don't want to make a giant file and try to find a way to share it. Sorry, I want to make sure from this angle it's working too. Yeah, okay. That does work, but I feel like that's actually dark. I need to have some kind of light on the monorail itself. That might be what part of the problem is. So let's try to do that. So I'm gonna probably want to keep it just as wide as that. Cut off far away. I'm gonna need a much stronger intensity. Why is everything so bright? Oh, it must be in the light somewhere. Ooh. That might work just as it is. No. Close, though. Well, no, it's not even on. It looks great! It's not doing anything, but it's great! Yeah, I'm gonna have to move it to the side more. Actually, I don't even think it's hitting it. Oops. Just putting this to 6,000. I don't think that you really need to put it that high, but screw it. We're just gonna shut off all lights and see how to fix this. So 4,000. There we go. Okay. Now we have light. I don't really want to hit that stuff underneath it, though. Alright, turn on the lights, turn that back on. Yeah, the Fluttershy picture I wrote on. I haven't really... I still was working on a time-lapse for that. I like this, so it's a lot better lit. Only thing I don't like is that technically if it was the sun, it shouldn't be lit more on the right than the left. It should be evenly lit across. I feel like instead I'm gonna hit it with the continuation, the constant attention, blah blah blah, whatever you call it. It should light it more evenly. Actually, it should light it completely evenly. If I can get it low enough of strength. As long as it's not aimed at a pony, it should work fine. Yeah, now it actually is balanced and evenly lit across the whole thing, or at least a lot more than just super strong at the right. Okay, yeah, that might work. Okay, that's better. It's minor, but it actually gives detail to that instead of just being a black silhouette in the sky. Silhouette in the sky. The monorail track light. Okay. Okay, so I need to put stuff that's like happening in the background here then. Just Not too much, because I actually feel like I'm getting to the point where I probably don't need to add too much. I just think I want to put a little bit more, like maybe infighting, or at least something to make it feel like there's more. Because I do like some of these angles. Like this one looks great. Don't need to change that at all. This one not really, because I'm going to have something going on over here, and I forgot to enable them for this shot. Oh, I got to move her shotgun up too. What I really need to change is on this side. I really need to put something on that side. Yay, with the music. And probably something right here. Just something that's going on, even if it's, well, you know what? Actually, I could put cameos to a degree, like people that are barricaded here shooting at people down the street. Like I could put. Oh, I don't have anybody in the air. That's what I need to do. There's nobody in the air. Okay, we're gonna put a calamity. It's just the newer one. Really, even if the vest doesn't look that great, it's going to be from a distance. Oh, that's the VN one. Okay. It's going to be for technically 12 seconds. Like I said, it's just for a spin. That's all it is. It's just I'm trying to put as much literal detail as I can in so that from every angle it looks great. And I want to keep it balanced. So we're going to put in Calamity. That works. We're going to load in. Well, first, you need to be like. You need to be like everybody else and be angry. Yeah, that's pure rage. Yeah. Arr. It does not look scary, but whatever. I don't know if I'm going to be able to load this on him. Whoops, that's not what I want to do. Oh, wait, I could do that? Lock transform to head. That's awesome! I didn't know I could do that. If I have... Oh, it's in it, that's with head selected. Oh, you have to have it selected. Okay, well, hey, I learned something new. Import animation. Oh, God, I gotta go to a folder. Steam apps coming. Got too many games. It's a filmmaker game. And that's Userod DMX Fast Flight. Or Flying Fast. If I had with my naming conventions, well, they seem weird. Like I did it because I always try to keep it so the first word is the action that's being performed, and then the secondary or second or third words that are being said are descriptionary. So that's why I kept flying, so that everything is flying is kept under one category, and then this was then what type? Stationary, fast. So I didn't care about being detailed and try to be like super speed or like with running. I think I did sprint because I'm like I don't want to say gallop. That just seems like too technical. So. Okay, so we're gonna do. You know what? First, root our pelvis lock to root. We can't do that. Oh, that sucks. Oh, no, I can't lock. Okay, that's what I want to do. Okay, so this would be zeroed. Okay. Actually, not fully zeroed. Position zeroed. That way I can more easily move him around. Okay, we'll lock him into this position. No, I was gonna put Calamity and then, because I need somebody in the air, but I'm probably gonna put Velvet down on the ground here, and probably, I don't know. I think there's a P21 model and a Glory model that I could put on that side, but I'm only gonna put those two. I mean, it's basically putting the main ones. Okay, but this is like very plain, so I gotta move him to do something a little more exciting. Especially, and to be visible. That's the important thing, too. I don't need him firing, I just need him to be doing something. I'm selecting somebody else's route. There we go. What's yours? Oh yeah, because they're on the same spot. Whatever, I don't need head right now, so let's do that. Oh. No broken legs. I don't even know if you're going to be able to notice him, but I don't care. Where's tail one? Okay. Is that black to his chest one? Yes, it is. So I can lock his chest two. So I'm going to just adjust this into position. Because I don't think... Oh, it does have a component for the gun. Okay, good. Not for the headpiece, though. That's stupid. Oh, there it is. Okay. It's called trigger, and I can't even figure that out. Wow. Okay. I don't want to put that too far in front of his mouth, though. Then the eyes are going to be... Put... yeah. Why is he smiling now? Oh, because I loaded in the thing. That's why the eyes got broken. Alright, get back to angry. To be angry. Highly detailed disaster, I like that. Okay, I'll put you up there. He needs to be further out. Actually, he could be firing from there, but I'm not going to be worried about it. Alright, the tail then. He's supposed to be turning from this angle, so it's going to be... Tail one is turned like this, then like this, then like this. And this. Okay, somebody aiming usually is implied to be squinting, so close the eye a little bit. But yours shouldn't matter, but... Doesn't he have a hair bone? Your back hair does not have a bone. See, it's like having it being realistic and having the trigger in his mouth there would actually be kind of a distraction. If anything, I feel that this trigger should be go away. It's going to be too hard to see from this angle. I'd rather just have it be a free open gunshot. So... Okay, I'm going to move him so that he is not in the sun, and then I have control to actually light him. Because otherwise I have to deal with half lit, half not. The back of his tail's fine. I feel like compared to the background though, he still stands out a bit. But I think if I add some like more war stuff, it might come in handy. I'll move him here and then down, so that he's more mixed with the background there. Okay, kind of. Well, I don't want to put him too close to Velvet, because with Velvet I'm going to put behind like a little barricade here. Oops. If I can do that now. So let's get a barricade up. If I remember right, I searched barricade and they all sucked. Barricade. No. Or I just don't know how to spell barricade. Or bottles aren't loaded all the way. What would it be called? Like, I guess blockade? Oh, that's just wall. Barrier. Because something like this could work. It just looks too clean. Aha! Wow, look. They're destroyed. Just, they're stacked. Yeah, I can make it work. Then I have to use the same kinds. Okay. We'll take this. Is that from the Mega Pack? I think it is. Oh god, what the hell? What is with all these? Does this have preloaded stuff? Ha, it does. Oh my god, does it blow up? It doesn't have the animation of it blowing up. Is it here? Haha, it does. I want to see it blow up. Okay, which of these is the main bone? The one that moves all the other bones. Whatever. I want to see it blow up. Oh, that's cool! Haha! Yeah. But that means that I still can use this. So I'm just going to use it from this point. Right here, slightly broken. There has to be a base bone. But one bone that connects all of them. Other than the root. If it's just the root, that sucks. Because then I gotta like put this. There. But it's way too big. I hate scaling by the root. Okay. So I used the breaking to at least give me a base, and then I'm just kind of mulching them all together. Okay, I need another big piece. Oh! That's the transformer. I was like, I found the big bone! And then it didn't pan out. There is a big piece. Actually, I want whatever this one is. Aha! Is this piece? Yes, it is. And then this is just the block, one block. Yes. Take some chunks of the concrete and lay it around here. I already got the model loaded. It's already processing all those pieces. I might as well use them. I'm just trying to find one of the big ones. No. Probably not the ones under frag. Aha! Found a big one. Alright, now I'm curious how the lighting is on this. Yeah, it's too bright. It needs to be a little greener. Velvet, like what? Well, the thing is a shield is going to be, like a energy shield is going to stand out. I'm trying to keep everything balanced. If that would, like, make her shine, and I think it would make too much of a focus to her. Oops. Okay, I did something, and I gotta fix it. So I want this to be slightly green, so I'm gonna go 0.8, 0.85, 0.8. Come on. That could work. I just need to angle them out a bit, I think. Which is going to be... Nah, you know what? This is going to be easy. Because right now they're leaning a little bit to one direction. Oh! Actually, the one's leading that direction. If I did it like that. Okay. And then... Where's my rubble? Okay, and under rubble. I don't know what to put that under right now. And then on this edge here, there was one other barrier that would have worked well for that. These ones. It's not as much the brightness that's an issue, it's the coloration. Everything right now is within a fairly balanced color range. The only things that aren't are them. Probably better without the lights. Right now, like, obviously Blackjack's going to stand out no matter what. Pip is a little bit more difficult because she does kind of blend with the background. But thankfully, when the green magic is what makes her stand out, also the bright colors of her jacket. But everybody else seems to keep fairly balanced with the background. So having magic isn't a bad thing. I just don't think having a giant shield might be too much of a focus. Having her hiding behind something, I think, would probably work the best. And actually, the other thing I wanted to try is there's the pets pack with Philomena, right? Because I need to get that so I can get Philomena. I think I might have... Did I download it already? Yeah, I haven't downloaded it yet. What was that? Oh, Petroleum, like, why does Pet come up with Fallout? Woo-da! Pets, pets, pets. Where's the pets? There's the pets. Don't copy. Those are already there. Don't download that either. They are called Philomena. Okay. That guy looks pleasant. And it's a really nice codpiece. I actually just started watching One Punch myself. Okay, so we got Philomena. Body, left eye, right eye. Why is the eye separate? Does it actually have eye controls? Oh, it does. Yeah, I need to add these. There's so many new models that came out, it's not on my organization script. And then wing. Oh, the wings are separate too? So we need to override these. They're under VNLP. Okay. We are going to make Pyrelite. Yeah, I guess go with the folder. So what does this look like? Oh, it's just yellow. Okay, yeah, I probably need that. Though I think I only need one of them. I bet you they're both the exact same. Yeah, they are. And wing. What is wing? Fancy. Okay. I need that open still. Alright, for body. So what does Pyrelite technically look like? Whatever. Because I was just thinking it was just basically a reskin of Philomena but green, correct? I'm probably going to assume that. Please don't tell me there's only one wing. No! How do you... Oh, there is a second open wing. Good! Well, even then... Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Really don't need to have it, like, that great. I just need to have it work. Ground pebbles, that'd be... I don't know where else to put that. Let's put our particles for now. It's not, but it's where I need to be. Super details on the feet, but the legs should be pulled in when flighting, I'm thinking. I'm not a bird expert. Actually, she doesn't even have legs when she's flying. Can I just, like, suck them into the body? Can I get away with that, please? Oh yeah. I don't need no legs. Legs are for chumps. Is that a good reference picture? Yes, I thought though. But even so, I don't even know if there's any. Why is it so big? Official representation other than just a green bird. Because really, that's all I have to do with here. Need to have her bend more. Okay, that should work. And where... Oh, I just opened it. I didn't actually want a texture today. Okay. So the... It's green with the bright green bottoms. Okay, so then it's be dark green, light green. Might be able to do just that with hues, but I don't know. Yeah, I'll do it with just hues. I think that I won't be able to get it just green right off the bat. No. So grab reds. That should work. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna grab the... I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna darken it right away so that I don't have to worry about it. Okay, so actually I'm not looking at the wings here. Now that I think about it, I'm looking at the base. So it's just, again, dark at the top. Should be fine. And the face needs to be lighter green. Yes. Actually, if anything, the face needs to be a much brighter green than that. But I will fix that in a sec. I might want to make her actually a pretty dark green, because I have an idea. I think I'll keep her like this for now. I actually want to keep them back up. Okay, and wing. Problem is now I have to make sure that this matches up in color. So I want the dark bits. Red would be dark bits. Then this would be the light bits. Oh, and you have no bitmap or anything on this? Actually, no, this one's not going to matter. I didn't do the eyes yet for a reason. It'll take a little longer. Okay. Are they actually red? Oh, it's a pet. I mean, it's been so long since I read. I'm not going to be a great source in figuring that out. Okay, so she's going to look like that. But she's supposed to be all nuclear and stuff. So, I wanted to keep her... I didn't want to, like, make her too bright, because I want to take her then and add in color. And make this like a 0.25, 0.2. It might just be better to keep her at 111, but I think it should be better just to shine a green light at her, because she's gonna have the shaded areas anyway. And if I go with zero shading, it's probably gonna make her look like she just stands out anyway. So this might work better. But so you said the other one had her with red eyes. Yeah, but I don't know. I like that poster. But no, I can't say for sure what color her actual eyes are, unless there's like some wiki thing. So, you know what? It's probably not going to matter. I'm just going to take her eyes here, and as far as I can tell, they're just going to be normal textures, nothing special. I'm just going to make them glow whatever the hell color I want. So I would say glow. Color, well, let's, oh, where'd it go? There we go. We'll just do 0, 10, 0. That'll give a nice glowing green eye. Actually, let's go 0, 50, 0. Ah, there we go. Ha. Why do you keep doing that? That's probably something I'm doing, but I'm gonna blame this. I'm gonna blame SFM anyway. A lot of it's because my keystrokes are so delayed. Yeah, now our eyes are like, rah. But I want to keep Firelight fairly close to Velvet. But I kind of want to reposition her because I don't want her to look like just another bit from, or kind of like Calamity or something. Okay, that should actually work. She looks good from a distance there. It's the lack of detail actually makes her look way better. I was wondering how she was going to look. If anything, though, I need to have her tail probably flickered down a little bit. That looked fine. Yeah, I was gonna do something like that, but first I want to get her lit to figure out what it is I'm working with. I'm just trying to think of stuff to help with the processing, because I know I'm getting really heavy on lights. I'm trying to make her a freaking light, and so I need to limit it a little bit. Higher light, lol. See, she feels too separated, like if I do lighting like that. If anything, she's supposed to have the light coming from behind, say from the fire. So if I try doing the lighting more from behind, this would be without shadows. You know what, I wonder if just strong rim lighting on her would probably do a better job than anything else. It would open up a second window, but I see my computer just hating me for it to try to process two of these. That might work. I didn't want to really have her doing a flamethrower thing, because I kind of wanted to make still the main two at the center of the focus, so and have anything going on in the background be fairly minor, just bullet shots and explosions. The explosion is minor. Having Firelight shoot up fire, I think, brings up too much to her, especially since that would be bringing in way too much green. Well, right now, that's I just feel that might pull too much. Even then, I think that might make she might be too bright doing that. I don't know if this will work. I have to be very careful with this. Can I see this light's full strom? Well, that sucks. I was going to use the frustrum to be able to figure out where the lighting position is before putting, so I don't have to work with the lights on. That's fine. Okay, so I put the light right down her center, and then I just have to grease the edge. bring it back in a bit more. Trying to keep more of the lighting towards the front. So that she at least fades into some degree. Like that. That'll work. Now, green flame behind her would be tough. I'm wondering if this will work. You never know till you try. That's the light. I don't want to do the light. Sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't, and it's really going to matter on how everything behind it looks. Actually, that's the most transparent or untransparent transparency I've ever done, which is good because that means I have control. Which is 0.5. Oh yeah, now I can't see it. And now they're making her disappear. So is it the color overriding that does that? I was actually able to see it pretty clear before then. Looks like I won't be able to do it that way. I was hoping so though, because that usually create a pretty cool effect behind her, but I need to have it alpha so that I can have it slowly dissipate. Oh well. I guess I will have to find some kind of particle. Back to Dota. There's got to be some. It doesn't really matter if it's green or not, but some kind of particle that would be a trail for something. I like Alchemist was green stuff. Yeah, it is. Yeah, but it's liquidy. Oh, maybe the bat person. Dragon Knight? Alright, I'll check Dragon Knight. Well, it's fire, but I have to be careful with fire. I'm going to turn off the lights on here so that it's not processing so much in the background. There we go. Greeny blobs. That could maybe work. And actually, it's the trail. So, Dragon Knight, Elder Dragon, Fire Trail. Feels like there's more to that name. Fire Trail 1. Okay, we'll give that a shot. Let's see if this works. Okay, so it's parallax should work, right? Do need to scale it down. There's not too many pieces, though. The central glow. This is doing it from a point, right? What is this causing? The actual fire trail. Good, so it's all under one. Okay, we're gonna not put you on a sphere. We're gonna put you on a... okay, we're gonna click the wrong one and put a sphere back. I don't think it's mattering. Yeah, it just does it instantly, but then shoots all out of that or anyway, so wonderful. Oh, there's control points? Aha, oh, I might have to play around with that before I get too far into it. Okay, they're all on the same spot. So what happens if I move them? That did nothing. Okay, none of them seem to matter. let's just scale it down. Radius scale, start 0, end 1. We're going to do start 0.25. Well, you know what? Actually, have 0.5. I can probably just make the whole thing be her. So can I actually recolor this? Yes, I can. Good. Sometimes these fire ones don't want to be recolored. Okay, there's an initial burst. Is that what this is? No, that's different. Okay, so I don't want this because that's not anything I need. So and thought so. There's a lot more noise up and down. That's kind of actually what I need anyway. So well, so does it have anything about remapping? What's these? This is remapping radius and alpha alternate whatever. I don't think I'm actually going to keep this, but just in case. Can I turn this? Yes, I can. So yeah, that central glow thing is not going to work. Scale. It's, oh, it is. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Radius scale. Okay, so end. Actually, start I wanted at 0.5, and ending it I wanted at 0. Oh wow, that's not doing what I wanted it to. Oh, it's being. That's why I forgot it's being remapped. Even that didn't fix it though. What is playing with its noise scaler? Oh, that's probably part of it too. Do that backwards. Well, if this is what it's going to want. Let's keep that. Maybe just give it a longer life. No. Just have some die off faster. We'll give that a shot. Yeah, that's I want to have it on both wings. I want to aim at each other so that it can make it look more like a trail. And then we'll put it behind her so that it doesn't clip through her body. I'll turn that off. Just seems a bit much. I think if I put this up higher, turn it further down, just put lower, turn further up, maybe that'll help. Yeah, that might be a bit too far up. I want to get it to the edge of the wings, but I want to make sure that it's not going to be too much of a standout. And even then, it seems like you can't even see it as flame. It just seems like glow. And I think it looks better higher and lower, higher, but I think if I level off the time that they live, I might be able to keep it from being super long, or at least make it look a little better. But at least now, it looks a little better than that, but I'm going to drop the lives of these. 8 and 0.5. Alright, then a lot of it is just coming down to what angle would look the best. Or on that angle, what frozen time. Kind of like that. Let's give that a shot. She might still stand out a little bit more. Actually, if anything, I'm going to grab this one and bring it in a little bit. No, it kind of doesn't look like a bird anymore. If it's going to be blurred, I got to make sure it actually looks like a bird. Alright, yeah, I'll keep that for now then, and then we'll have ring 1. Okay. Make sure I have the calamity lit. Keep grabbing the ambient because it's something I can easily modify. It doesn't have any animation to it like some of the other ones do. Just making sure from all angles that this actually works. For one, I think that drumming off the shadow tend to make sure it's nice sharp shadows. I'm actually using a shadow light on him, which is, I'm trying to keep those to a minimum, but I felt like without, he probably wouldn't look near as good. I feel like I need to move this light a little over here. Perfect. Feel these two should be brighter at the top of his body, darker at the bottom, which is doable. I really didn't have to try that hard. Yeah, this is a bit better. He feels like, I feel like he stands out a bit much, but I don't know if there's any way for that to be helped. But I think just by probably beefing up the background a bit, well, plus a lot of stuff turned off right now. And the monorail, turning that on would help increase the background stuff and the clouds. Hello. Actually, I'm going to take Calamity there. I might turn him down a little bit. Like that. It's bothering me that he's like right on top of that steeple, but yeah, I got to remember that this is moving. So he won't be up on top of that the whole time. So, but at least what I was worried about is like from this, is he still iconic enough to stand out? And I think that for that he is. He does look good. I'm using Sorcerer Blicker. I love Sorcerer Blicker. What's it doing? Need Velvet. Okay, is that the good Velvet? I have like, yeah, not that one. That one. Oof. Barricade might be a bit small. I might need to make a bigger barricade. I don't think she's gonna hide under there. There. She's safe! Actually, having her, like, poke kind of up isn't a bad thing. like that. Well, thanks for the support. I've been doing this for a while. Actually, I have 2 months and I gotta do another special because it'll be 2 years of doing this, which is an insanely long time. Okay, she can't be angry. She has to be just like sad and stuff. Too sad. I don't want everybody having the angry look though, so I have to kind of ease up on that. I can have her head clipping the rock because as long as it looks fine from the other angle. And I kind of want to make it look like she's leaning her head against it to a degree. She almost looks injured. I don't want to get that look going. Can I grab her bag separately? No, I can't. No. Okay. Wait, her bags are separate as a model, aren't they? I thought that there was her bags were separate. Well, they're probably named the same as whatever this bag is. So med kits. Yeah. Okay. There we go. No chest one I could do? Just pelvis? That's weird. Let's shrink these down because they seem a little big for this angle. Whoa. She brings the hospital with her. There. I thought about putting it to her side, but it feels like if I do that, I'm not going to be able to use it for hiding any broken, like, potentially weird-looking bones. And even her neck feels a little weird there. Okay. Her legs from this angle don't look that great. That should fix that. What is with people not having hair selectable? Is it all on the jiggles? There we go. Okay. As long as I can select it, I'm happy. I think it's only the one bone? Jiggle 7. Yeah, good. Okay. No, this still doesn't work. This back leg right here. So I don't want to break the leg, but really it's going to have a gap no matter what I do. Unless I just hide it. Move this one just back a little bit. It should hide it enough. Okay. Okay, this is framing her mouth poorly. It's like I can't break it too much. But I want to make sure that it's like her face is easy to distinguish from there. It's probably because everything's in her nose. Trying to find the one piece that's really in her nose. You? Nope. Has to be you. No. 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 Which one is eating her face? Ah, it's the big one. You? Ah, I found you. Okay, from this angle. Having a couple guys running up the street might be kind of cool. Kind of like this, but from the other side. Does the thing in the mouth, it kind of looks funny. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do string base texture. Correctly spelled. What's somebody with a good body color? Trixie could work. Oh. No, the waitress is already up there for the color. So I can't do that again. Lyra's about that color. I thought Flitter was kind of a... Oops. Flitter could work. It doesn't feel like it stands out enough, but I think that might be the good point to do it, or so that it doesn't stand out too much. Also, by if I copy paste the model, it's only loading the model once, but I can have two of the model on there. But say I load in a whole different model to have on here instead. That means by way of memory and what's being processed, it's processing two of that model. It's twice as much. Yeah, I don't want that. So I've done this before where I'll just copy paste and retexture, because then I'm only loading extra textures, not new models, and that's way easier on the system and a lot less RAM. So I shouldn't hit as much down here. For a tail color, what is flitters? I might be able to just use all flitters. And I know that does make a difference. No. Because I wasn't able to load one map with too many models. When I swapped it off to do it that way, I was able to actually load it. So it does make a huge difference. No, that's not going to work either. I don't want to do anybody iconic. I wonder what Daring Do's would be. Did I spell that right? Daring Do. Yeah. Does Daring Do not have... Oh, it's just nothing in there. That's why. What color was Bonbon's tail again? Yeah, no, that would be too iconic too. No green pony. I don't know what I'll do. I'll just do Applejack. I think that should make it a good balance. Okay, come on. Applejack has... Oh, tail lower, tail upper, really? That should work. They come with a bandana, a tie. Yes, they are. What happened to her hair? Oh, okay, there we go. I'm like, Jesus Christ. That's cry. That's... Happen. that eyeball the eyeball right? What was it? Oh, eyeball right, medium. I think we'll just keep them both medium, actually. Or maybe just go with one on both. I'm not even on the camera. Actually, I'm wondering if I should have her not even paying attention to what's in front and just focusing on what's ahead. I don't think Raiders wouldn't even pay attention to what's going on around them. She's too far. Alright, we needed something to make them Raider-y. And something to actually make them stand out. Just right now, you can't really see that they're coming. If I moved her back a bit, I might be able to get her in that light beam. But I don't want her standing out because I decided to forcibly put her into light. Especially when there's no actual there's nothing there showing why that there should be light coming from that direction. Let's see if I put one in here, if that'll be too much. Yeah, but I don't even know if you can see it from that far away. It's not visible. So any details I put into it are probably going to just go for naught. So if anything, having this radar moved closer, so at least there is some detail, might help. So then it just seems out of place that there's light hitting that specific person. Unless I can add a reason for light to be there. The only way I can do that is if I move them further back and then take this building further down. Even then, I'm not really... I don't think I'm helping it too much. I think if I use, I hate adding all these lights. If I take and put a light specific to the ground here, like some of these objects, I might be able to make it at least feel more balanced. Kind of like that. So then it goes. It before it really didn't show that there was like any feeling of light coming down from here, but something like that might work. Zoom it further. No, it's actually going to matter because I think the Z is cutting it off. Yes. Yeah, there now it actually feels like there's balanced light for her. And is it going to look okay from this angle? No, only because this building doesn't feel lit enough, but it's for legitimate reasons. So this is going to be building light. Sure, we'll just do that. going to be a light to just give this building light. Just a sharp angle so I can take advantage of how the bump maps would light this. This light might be too bright. I'll probably raise it up a bit. There we go. This person's it's not gonna make any sense, but sure, let's do it that way. Non-canon for anything non-FOE canon. Or not, I wouldn't even say FOE canon, but anyway, anybody that's just made there to be there. Oh yeah, I was gonna give her a rifle. Sure, we'll give a laser rifle. Like she's slinging it into the fight. Minor, but still. Actually, I wonder if I can just make it look like she's got it to the side as a saddle. Without the saddle, less the models to worry about. Even less visible than the other side. I thought it would be at least something. Where's my light for her? Dinky is now a raider. She really doesn't have a feeling of running still, though. I think that front leg needs to be brought up. Yeah, even if you don't catch it as a gun, you at least it makes it feel like kind of like armor. How's Dinky your favorite? Like, there's really not much shown of Dinky. It's just based on cute. Which I guess a lot of people probably base things on just the cute level, but... Okay. If key fires down, it's going to be landing right here. So the ground by them. Now where's that aiming? Over here. Ah, that'll work. This one might be fun because I think I want to technically change this one to fire a bit faster. I'm just not looking forward to having to update all the values to make it actually do that. Who had number 2? You did. probably could actually move this further into the barrel. So then I can have it like that. No, but I actually want to have it showing almost impact. Okay, from here. Starts firing here. Oh, actually, not. Ah, they're already locked. I'll just do it from where I locked. It's fine. So it fires originally from here. Here. Oh, I have to. I thought they're all locked to control point 1. You didn't follow my control point. It shows you did. I think it's just being stupid. I bet if I go slow, everything will look fine. Yeah, okay. Yes, Raider has a green horn. You know, actually, this Raider's not going to have a horn. I didn't even notice that, and I don't think it's going to matter. You know what? Hold on. Yes, the Raider has a green horn, and the Raider's going to keep a green horn, just because you can't really see it, and so why not? It's funny. Okay, I want to see how that gunfire looks from here. I kind of want to have him actually hit somebody. I know it's supposed to be Deadeye, but missing is more entertaining than hitting. It's a radioactive horn, yes. It's a horrid color mix for a pony, but whatever. And oh, I need the bullet tracer 3. And it does fire to where it, yeah, just outside the barrel, so then I need a muzzle shot. This is not having on to light right. Actually, I'm just going to light the interior of it. Screw it. Actually, if I put this bright enough, the glow should be enough to go from. Don't know if I want to do this or not. I'm going to give it a shot. Radius, there is no radius. Stronger intensity. I'm trying to make it look like the muzzle shot fire, whatever, radiating from the nozzle. Okay. I think I'm going to have to move Pyrolite, because Pyrolite's going to be in the way of those shots. I'll need something coming out the end of that barrel, because it just doesn't look right otherwise. We're having a shot without an actual like muzzle fire. But otherwise I do like that muzzle, the fire coming out from him. Only thing I don't like... why not? Is from this angle. The hand looks like it's holding it in the back. I don't want that. So I'm going to bring the shoulder down. So that it doesn't feel like it's colliding with it. That's a little better. Okay. Actually, I've always been... I like Rampage. Rampage was one of my favorites out of the Fallout universe. Though, I mean, I've only read 2 of the main stories. But I always liked Rampage. It was a super complicated character. Alright, so this is after 9 by a good amount here. So I think next time I want to try to have it actually done next time by adding in Glory and P. Actually, for having a guy in the background firing a rocket, I almost wonder. Well, no, because P-21 would work great for that, but he would do a grenade launcher and would have to do a redo of that. So I think I could just put P-21 in power armor. Well, no, actually, you know what? I could just make that steel hooves and say fuck it, because then I have another Pip one. But I need to add Glory in P-21, and Glory would be energy weapons and flying as well. I could have her. I don't want to put. I want to keep them towards the back of the shot, like in these ones, so I can keep this part of the shot cleared. So I think I'll have Glory up here shooting down with energy weapons of some sort, and have P-21 being P-21. I don't know. It's hard to say with him. He's sneaky. Oh, for the stable dwellers? There's too many to count. So, yeah. So I think I want to have that done. I really just need to do place a couple people. I complicated that side about what I'd want to. Maybe just add another person running up. But other than that, I think that's looking pretty good on that side, so I'm going to save this. And we are going to call it a day. It's nifty do. Oops. But I think the final product will look pretty good though. So it's getting there. Might have to add. I might add some extra rocks being thrown up back here if I'm getting rid of that splash, oh no, that's what I wanted to do. I'm gonna add some kind of a light because these dark areas for the smoke really clash with the lighting. I think that it should have some kind of light there, but almost. I'm wondering. I might move that gun up so it looks like the bullet fire is actually moving towards Pip more. I think it is to a degree, but very, very, very slowly. But my favorite bit is the fact that I want it to be controllable. I just don't know how big. Like, if the flash was say this big, how big that flash would be. Though I am gonna make a GIF version and all that jazz. Though I'm kind of curious as to what a GIF version of that would look like. We can check that out quick. It really doesn't matter. But I think 24 frames per second, that should be fine. I'm going to have this, so it's going to be 350 to 60. Yeah. Oh, no, making something from that size I think is a little bit much. I think I might be able to, can I do it? Oh, I can't scale it, but I think I can scale it within the legacy bits. Oh, and I gotta find it again. That whole 3 seconds. Because I got rid of saving for web. Okay, so if it's a GIF, it's 640 by 360. I want to see how much space this takes up. The nice thing is because there's a lot of a focus on a specific color scale, the less colors it needs to think about, the better the quality of the GIF. Yes. I thought this was going to be a... Well, so this is looking going to be like an 18 megabyte GIF. Probably, if not more. $48 megabytes. Why does this have 500 frames? I thought this was a 140 frame. Ah, that's why. Okay, cancel. I forgot. Not all of this actually is needed. Okay, so if I play this, it skips a little bit, so we gotta move this one frame. Oops. Just took some of that part out. Okay, let's try this. Though the other one the size is probably going to be pretty close to that. So, if it's 360 is this big, let's do it by 240. Let's try that size. No, yeah, 48 gigabytes. that would be one amazing GIF. But I'd see a 48 megabyte GIF being like an actual movie in HD. That would be pretty funny, though. Imagine trying, like, some guy on his phone deciding to download that one. Yeah, okay, this is more manageable when I shrink it down. 17.9. That I wouldn't mind doing. But not too bad. But I really prefer it on the having it as the flash. You lose a lot of the details for it. But getting there. Plus, it seems like the coloration was gone. But the nice thing about like Flash and stuff, though, is that I can actually go through here and I could buff up the contrast. So I could take that and go bam. Play with the contrast a bit. Let's do something like that, and then do vibrance. We'll probably up the colors a little bit. Without with. And I'm not doing a per frame cleanup. That. So yeah. Progress. So, yeah, so spinny. But I'm going to ask people if they want like a screenshot specific angles. And like I would, if it's like this, I could remove blackjack so that it's more of a Pip thing. Though I feel like if this is going to be a Pip shot, then I should have Pip's friends on this side and instead of this side. So that as a picture it works better for those individuals. I might play around with that. We'll see. I don't care for now though. Whatever. Go away. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I will be back Friday, I think. Let me double check. It's the one time I don't check, I'm gonna be wrong. Yes, Friday is streaming and all that jazz. And then as a reminder again, next Friday, not this Friday, but the Friday after this, I am not streaming because it's Christmas. And that is not exactly a good time to say, hey, I have to go home and stream. And I wouldn't exactly expect a lot of people anyway. So next Friday, I am not streaming. I probably will just do Tuesday and then the following Tuesday after that because I can't really think of a good makeup day. So, anyways, so all that, yep, whatever. I'm already half hour late. So I will see you guys later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.